Virgo, stop scrolling, because between June 7th and June 13th, something is watching you. And no, it's not your imagination. The moon is entering a rare phase, one that pulls back the veil between dimensions. During these 7 days, your energy field will be scanned, your thoughts, your decisions, your reactions, all being recorded by spiritual forces. You are not alone. You are being observed, Virgo, and how you respond between June 7th and 13th will either elevate your soul or trap you in karmic loops until the year 2033. These aren't just days. This is a destiny test, and if you fail it, nothing will ever feel aligned again. But if you pass it, you unlock something rare, a divine reward, guided clarity, and the next chapter of your spiritual mission. So pay close attention, because in the next 30 minutes, I'll reveal the 3 clear signs you're being spiritually watched, the one mistake that will block your blessing, and how this lunar shift could permanently rewrite your destiny. Between June 7th and June 13th, Virgo, something rare is happening in the heavens. A powerful lunar gateway is opening, but not many people are talking about it. This isn't your average full moon or a typical zodiac transit. No, this is a secret moon cycle, one that's deeply connected to your emotions, your choices, and your soul contracts. And Virgo, you're right in the center of it. You're ruled by Mercury, the planet of logic, communication, and intellect. But during this window, the moon will square Mercury, and that creates emotional conflict, spiritual confusion, and divine intervention. You'll feel it, maybe in your chest, a pressure like something's off, maybe in your sleep, dreams so vivid they feel real, or maybe in your gut, a pull telling you something is coming, but you can't explain it. This is not random. This is a celestial setup, a karmic review. Think of the moon as a glowing mirror. It's reflecting everything that you haven't healed yet. It's highlighting the people, habits, and situations that no longer serve your next chapter. And it's testing you to see, will you repeat the past, or will you finally choose your higher path? Because here's the truth. During this lunar window, your choices echo into 2033. That's not a typo. The energy you align with between June 7th to 13th will create spiritual patterns that can either open doors or build invisible walls. This is about more than astrology. It's about soul alignment. The moon will expose emotional truths that Mercury tries to hide. Logic won't save you here, Virgo. This is a heart test, a vibration test, a destiny test. And you might feel like you're walking alone during this time, like no one truly understands what you're going through. That's because this path was designed just for you. It's intimate, it's spiritual, and it's sacred. But here's the most important part. This gateway is only open for 7 days. Once June 13th passes, it closes. And what's left? The timeline you created through your reactions. So if you feel triggered, that's the moon pulling your karmic strings. If an ex suddenly returns, that's the universe testing your growth. If you feel deeply emotional, even out of nowhere, that's a sign the spiritual realm is knocking. You are not being punished, Virgo. You're being prepared for a new identity, a higher purpose, a reality that matches your soul. But here's the final truth. If you ignore this, if you stay stuck in logic, distraction, or denial, you may repeat a karmic loop that holds you back until 2033, and I know you feel it already. Something is building, something is shifting. This isn't anxiety, this is alignment trying to wake you up. So get ready, because in the next segment, I'll show you the first undeniable sign that you're being watched spiritually, and how to recognize it before it's too late. Sign number 1 that you're being spiritually watched between June 7th and 13th is something called the mirror energy. And Virgo, this one is intense. You'll notice it when life starts repeating itself, not in obvious ways, but in emotional echoes. You might randomly bump into someone you haven't seen in years, maybe an ex-lover, a former friend, or even a family member that stirred up pain in your past. You might suddenly remember something from childhood, a wound you thought was healed, Or you might start seeing angel numbers everywhere, like 1111, 222, or even 999. These are not coincidences. They are mirrors. The universe is showing you. Virgo, here's the truth. You've been asking for a breakthrough. You've been praying for clarity, for healing, for your destiny to finally align. And now, the universe is saying, okay, let's see if you're ready. But instead of giving you new blessings, it gives you old wounds. Why? Because the way you handle the old energy determines if you're truly ready for the new. You'll notice it in your reactions. That ex texts you. Do you respond with neediness or with boundaries? A memory comes up. Do you drown it with distractions, or do you finally feel it and release it? You see 1111. Do you brush it off, or do you pause and reflect on your thoughts at that moment? Virgo, this is spiritual school, and this is a pop quiz. The mirror energy will confront you with everything you haven't finished yet. Unhealed pain, repeated choices, emotional cycles you swore you were done with, not to punish you, but to awaken you. Let's say you're triggered by something small, someone saying you're too sensitive or too controlling. You've heard it before, and it stings. The mirror energy isn't pointing out your flaws, it's pointing out your growth areas. Maybe your soul is finally ready to speak up. Maybe your lesson isn't to suppress your feelings, but to honor them, lovingly and without shame. And that's the power of this sign. The mirror shows up in the form of people, places, numbers, or emotions. But the real question is, will you react the same way you always have? Or will you respond with the wisdom you've earned? Because if you repeat the old pattern, you fail the test. But if you pause, breathe, and choose differently, you break the karmic loop. You step into the next version of your destiny. Virgo, this moment is sacred. The universe doesn't send mirrors to shame you. It sends them to awaken you. You are not your past. You are not your patterns. You are the observer. You are the alchemist. And right now, the mirror is glowing. Look into it. Don't run. Don't hide. This is your soul asking to be seen. Because when you finally face it, with truth, with grace, and with power, that's when the energy shifts. That's when the blessings begin. That's when the universe says, now you're ready. Stay with me, because the second sign is even more emotionally intense. It's the one that causes most Virgos to spiral, and if you don't recognize it, you could unconsciously block everything the universe is trying to give you. Sign number 2 that you're being spiritually watched from June 7th to 13th, Virgo, is one that hits you without warning. And it's the one most people fail. It's the emotional trigger that comes out of nowhere. One moment you're calm, collected, focused. The next, you're overwhelmed, frustrated, on the edge. But what caused it? That's the trick. Nothing big. It might be someone criticizing you in a casual conversation, or a small plan, like a text message or delivery that falls apart unexpectedly. Or maybe, out of nowhere, you just feel unseen, like no one truly values your energy, your work, or your worth. Virgo, let me be clear, this is not a coincidence. This is a divine setup, a spiritual test designed to trigger old emotions that you've never fully healed. Why now? Because this moon cycle isn't just revealing external signs, it's activating internal wounds. And those tiny triggers, they're the keys. Here's the cosmic truth. The universe uses emotion to test evolution. And if the same thing still makes you feel reactive, explosive, or victimized, then you're still holding on to the vibration that created it. But if you respond with awareness, if you pause, breathe, and say, this is not about them, this is about me, you pass, you rise, you prove to the universe that you're ready for the next level of your destiny. Virgo, you have to understand, emotions are not enemies, they are messengers. That wave of sudden anger, it's showing you where your boundaries need to be strengthened. That sting of rejection, it's reminding you to detach your worth from outside validation. That moment when everything feels like it's falling apart, It's pushing you to surrender instead of control. These triggers are not there to break you. They are there to purge the version of you that cannot go where your soul is trying to lead you. And yes, it will feel intense. You may cry, you may want to isolate, you may want to explode on someone and walk away. But remember this, if you lash out, you're repeating the same karmic story. If you shut down, you're missing the transformation. But if you stay present, if you breathe, if you choose awareness over reaction, you break the cycle. That is when the universe whispers, they're ready. This is your moment, Virgo. Every time you feel triggered this week, don't ask, why is this happening to me? Instead ask, what is this trying to teach me? You're not being punished, you're being elevated. This is your emotional graduation. And if you pass this test, the energy that has been holding you back for years will release itself. It will fall off like dead weight, and you'll finally step into your highest vibration, where clarity, peace, and purpose live. Stay with me now, because the third sign is the most mysterious and also the most dangerous to ignore. It's the spiritual presence that watches you when no one else is around. Sign number 3 is the most intense and the one that most Virgos try to ignore, the feeling that you're not alone. Between June 7th and 13th, you may feel something strange in the air, not a physical presence, but a spiritual one. You might catch yourself looking over your shoulder, only to find no one there. You might feel a sudden chill at 3 a.m., even if the room is warm. You might hear a whisper, a name, or a sound that can't be explained. Virgo, this is not fear. This is awareness, because during this portal, you are being watched, not by people, not by technology, but by the spiritual realm. Your spirit guides are near, closer than ever. Your ancestors may be observing your steps, and the universe is recording every thought, reaction, and choice you make. This is not to scare you. It's to remind you that you are not invisible in the eyes of the divine. Every time you choose peace over pettiness, they see it. Every time you hold your truth with integrity, they acknowledge it. Every time you honor your worth, even when no one claps, they applaud in silence. But here's the danger. Most people feel this presence, and they numb it. They run to their phones, they turn on Netflix, they scroll, they eat, they distract, because being watched, especially when you're healing, can feel vulnerable. But Virgo, this is your sacred surveillance, and it only lasts 7 days. This is a divine window, a cosmic checkpoint that won't return until 2033. If you ignore it, if you drown it out with noise and fear, you will miss the opportunity of a lifetime, a spiritual promotion, a quantum leap into your next chapter, a shift that rewrites your timeline. So what should you do if you feel this energy? First, don't panic. You're not being haunted, you're being guided. Second, sit with it. Light a candle, close your eyes, say out loud, I know you're here. I am listening. Show me what I need to see. Third, keep a notebook by your bed. Write down any symbols, thoughts, or dreams that come to you between now and June 13th. This is divine communication, Virgo. Don't let it go unnoticed. Remember, your spirit team wants to help you, but they can't intervene unless you acknowledge them. This presence is not a warning. It's an invitation. An invitation to show the universe that you're no longer afraid of your power, that you're willing to walk with awareness, that you're open to divine guidance, because once this window closes, it won't return until 2033. That's 8 years. 8 years of spiritual silence or spiritual alignment, depending on what you choose right now. So Virgo, if you've been feeling eyes on you, you're not imagining it, you're being chosen, but the next move is yours. Coming up next, I'll show you exactly how to pass the test and anchor this moment into your destiny forever. So Virgo, now that you've seen the signs, the big question is, How do you pass this test between June 7th and June 13th? The answer is simple, but I won't lie, it's not easy. Because passing this test isn't about doing more. It's about being more aware, more grounded, more present. There are 3 spiritual keys you must hold tightly during this window. Key number 1, alone time. You must carve out silence, not just to think, but to feel. Virgo, you're naturally analytical. You like structure, productivity, planning, but this test doesn't care about your to-do list. It cares about your soul. So for just 30 minutes a day, sit in silence. No phone, no music, no scrolling, just you and your breath. And yes, it will feel uncomfortable at first. That's the point. Don't escape the discomfort. That's where the healing happens. Key number 2, journal daily. During this portal, your thoughts may feel chaotic. Emotional waves will come out of nowhere. That's why you need a safe space to process it. Write down everything, especially the weird stuff, the dreams, the synchronicities, the moments you felt watched. Don't censor yourself. Your journal becomes a spiritual mirror, and it will reveal messages you didn't see the first time. Key number 3, protect your energy. Virgo, you are sensitive, even if you don't always admit it. And during this week, your energy field is wide open, so you must stay away from toxic people, draining environments, negative conversations. This isn't about judgment, it's about vibration. If someone or something brings you down, you're risking your alignment. You wouldn't leave your door open during a storm, so don't leave your aura open during a spiritual test. Now, here's a powerful bonus ritual to seal your protection. The salt bowl ritual. Take a small glass bowl, fill it with clean water, add a tablespoon of sea salt or Himalayan salt. Place this bowl beside your bed every night from June 7th to June 13th. This bowl will absorb spiritual toxins and heavy energy while you sleep. Cleanse it each morning. Simply pour the water outside or down the drain and refill it. This practice grounds your spirit and signals to the universe that you're serious about your protection and growth. Remember, Virgo, you don't pass this test with perfection. You pass it with presence, with intention, with courage to face yourself, even when it's uncomfortable. This is your soul's exam. And the only way to move forward is to look inward. Coming up next, I'm going to give you a powerful comment challenge that anchors this energy into your life. And trust me, it's not just for engagement, it's for activation. So don't go anywhere. Virgo, if your heart is racing right now, if you know deep down that this message was meant for you, then it's time to take the next step, not just spiritually, but energetically. The universe needs to see your declaration, and energy moves when intention is written, spoken, and repeated. So here's your spiritual assignment, and yes, it's powerful. Type this in the comments 11 times below. I am being watched, I am being tested, I will pass. That's not just a phrase, it's an energetic anchor. Every time you write it, you are aligning your vibration to pass the test. You're telling the universe, I see the signs, I hear the call, I am ready. Don't just comment once, do it 11 times. 11 is the number of awakening, the gateway to higher consciousness. Let that energy echo through this entire portal. Virgo, this isn't about YouTube engagement. This is about soul engagement. This is you speaking directly to the unseen forces that are guiding you. So go now, light up the comments, let the universe hear you roar with readiness. And while you're here, hit the subscribe button and turn on the bell, because what's coming after June 13th is even more intense. A new cosmic wave is approaching, and only the souls who pass this current test will be prepared for what's next. If you've ever felt stuck, if you've ever felt like your breakthrough was just out of reach, this is your preparation. and the breakthrough only arrives when the test is completed. Virgo, you've already done so much healing. You've already broken patterns others would have stayed trapped in. But now, it's time to rise. It's time to show the universe, I'm not afraid, I'm not asleep, I choose my destiny. And finally, share this video with another Virgo, or someone with Virgo rising. Don't keep this to yourself. Someone in your circle desperately needs this wake-up call. Maybe they're ignoring the signs. Maybe they're stuck in a karmic loop. Maybe they're waiting for a push. And you are the vessel. So send this to them. Drop it in a group chat. Text it to that friend who's been off lately. Because if this message helped you, imagine what it could do for someone else's entire future. We rise together, Virgo, and what comes after this test will change everything. Virgo, if you've made it this far, then you already know. You are not imagining it. You are being watched, tested, and prepared. The signs are real. The emotions are messages. And your awareness is your greatest power. But don't stop here, because this test isn't the end. It's the beginning. The next phase starts on June 14th. That's when the rewards begin to reveal themselves. And yes, the universe has planted 5 powerful numbers for you. Numbers that are not random. Numbers that are meant to open new doors, shift your luck, and guide you to the next chapter. So if you're serious about claiming your breakthrough, you must watch this next. Virgo, these 5 lucky numbers between June 14th to 20th will unlock your destiny. That video will show you exactly what to write, when to act, and how to align your energy after the test ends. Because once you pass the test, the blessings don't just trickle in, they flood. But only for those who stayed alert, only for those who answered the call, only for those, like you, who didn't run from the mirror, but looked straight into it. Virgo, this was never punishment. This was preparation. And this week, from June 7th to 13th, is your moment to evolve, to break free, and to rise into your next reality. Don't forget to comment. Don't forget to subscribe. And whatever you do, don't miss what comes next.